Now before we dive in, if you find my videos useful, make sure to click that subscribe button and also make sure to click that bell icon on the side to get notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, make sure to follow me on all at SAKITECH Online, also for the latest updates. Alright, let's dive in. Hey guys, Saki here from SAKITECH, and in today's video we will do a comparison between the Oxygen OS and Samsung One UI. And of course, we will use the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus for this demonstration and comparison. So what we're going to do is we will dive into the software and compare things like speed, smoothness, software features, night mode, customization capabilities, and such. So let's dive in and get started right away. Alright, so the very first thing I want to take a look at is how the fingerprint sensors work, how fast they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off both of these phones. Now to turn off these phones, I'm going to use software features. I'm not going to use the power buttons over here because that's the way I prefer it. So real quick, you can always turn off your OnePlus by double tapping on the screen, okay, which is a great tool. And with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, you cannot do that, but you do have access to edge panels. And from one of these edge panels known as the soft key edge, you can lock your phone. Now let's wake the phones up. I'm going to double tap to wake. And then I'm going to use a fingerprint sensor. Let's see how fast it is. So that was super fast. Now let's do the same thing with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. So I'm going to double tap to wake up, an option you have, and let's go to the fingerprint sensor. There we go. Okay, so that was also super fast, but it is clear when I'm using these smartphones, the actual logging process feels faster on the OnePlus 7 Pro. And that is not because it has a better fingerprint sensor, but it has better software tweaking. Now real quick, the fingerprint sensor that you have in the OnePlus 7 Pro is a two-dimensional optical sensor, which is a cheaper model than what you have in the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. It does have a 3D ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which is more expensive to produce and more sophisticated and more secure. So just keep those things in mind. It does feel faster, but it does have a cheaper component inside it. Now next up, let's talk about the overall software experience. And I'm talking about just browsing your phone all over the place. So just let's go to the settings real quick. So I'm going to go to the settings and I'm going to scroll up and down. That feels really nice and smooth. And then I'm going to go into this one over here. I'm going to go to the settings. And again, I'm going to scroll up and down. And again, it's very smooth and consistent. There's no lag or stutter on either one of these smartphones. Now let's go home. Boom, boom. Okay, they go home very quickly. Let's bring up the multitasking pane, tap, tap, and it's right there. Again, no stutters, no lags, very smooth. But I'll let you know one thing. Obviously, one of the biggest features of the OnePlus 7 is the 90 Hz refresh rate. Now, the camera is not going to pick up the extra scrolling smoothness you get on the OnePlus 6, but it is in fact there. So when I pull down the notifications panel or pull down the quick toggles, the animation is just smoother. It's not faster, it's just smoother. It feels nicer. Okay, when I pull this down, there's nothing wrong with this, but it simply doesn't feel as good as this because of that 90 Hz refresh rate. Now when we go to the settings over here, and if I go to the display, we have the screen refresh rate right here. We tap on this one and you have two options. Now this one and many other phones are locked at 60 Hz. And now as you can see, this one has two options. And this is the one that I'm choosing right now because I just like the way the phone scrolls as you use it with that 90 Hz rate. Now let's just quickly launch one more app over here. Let's launch the Play Store. So I'm going to tap them at the same time. Boom. So as you can see, they were very fast, very quick and snappy. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to end all the tasks. All right. Let's do it at least twice to make sure that we're not missing anything. So again, I'm going to tap them at the same time. Boom. Okay, so that was almost equal in launch speed, which is great. When you go back and forth between the screens, again, very nice, very smooth. All right, same over here. Again, there's no lag or stutter on either smartphone, but this one has that smoother scrolling because of the 90 Hz rate. And again, you cannot see that from the camera. Now let's talk about customization. So when you pinch the screens, you get a lot of customization options on both smartphones. But there's no question that the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is more richer when it comes to customization. If you look at the bottom here, you do have the home settings over here. You have the widgets and you have the wallpapers, but you do not have themes on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now if I go to the themes over here, I can pick so many different themes from the theme store right here at the bottom. As you can see, I have all these various options. And then when I download a theme, I can simply go into my themes by pulling this down. I can tap on view all. And then from here, I do have all these different ways I can customize my smartphone. Just to give you one example, if I tap on this one right over here, let me update that theme. I'm going to click apply. I'm going to show you guys how everything changes on the phone all over the place. So it takes a couple seconds to get that done. And there we go. So not only did the background change, but if I go to the actual panel here, you'll see that the notifications panel color changed. If I go to the settings have changed a little bit, okay? And that's just a yellow theme. You have so many different options over here, as you just saw, okay? And of course, let me quickly show you guys what I'm talking about when I say deep customization with a theme. So let me pinch over here. Let me just go and grab a theme that's more advanced than the one I showed you guys. So let's go over here to my themes, and let me just pick a baseball theme. In case you're a baseball fan or a superhero fan, or if you're a nature fan, you have all kinds of themes to fit your needs. So let's pick this one over here, the Angels. Click try it out, click apply. Takes a couple seconds, and we are all done. And of course, now let me show you what's happening over here. So that's the background. You have a different icon pack for everything. All the icons are changed. The menu looks different. You go to the settings, everything is a little bit different. You get to display, everything is a little different again. And if you're a baseball fan, you're gonna love this, right? If you go to your phone over here, you've got a brand new dialer. If you go to your messages, it's going to look different. Even if you go to your calculator, it looks different. And you see little things like this. That's a little baseball instead of the circle button at the bottom, the home button. But everything completely changes its character, okay? Even the plus button here is a baseball. You go to the store and you have thousands of themes that could fit your needs, all right? So if you are a customizer and you want to go really deep, the S10 Plus does give you more options. Now let's go back to the regular theme. I'm going to just tap on this, click apply. We're good, okay? Now with the OnePlus 7, I do like something over here. We do have the wallpapers here. You have these live wallpapers that look really nice. So if I apply this, for example, this one, which is the one I'm using, and if I lock the phone and then I tap on this one, you're going to see that nice little animation, which is great. But with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, you do have even video wallpapers. So if I go to the wallpapers over here, if I tap on wallpapers, I have downloaded some video wallpapers from the store here for free. And then just to give you an example, let's pick something real nice. For example, this one. Okay, so that's a wallpaper I can apply to my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. So when I go to the lock the phone, let's go to the soft key edge, lock the screen, double tap to wake up. I actually get a full video playback on my home screen. I can even tap to hold to watch the entire video play. So this kind of customization is only possible on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Other things we have here is if you pinch, go to the home screen settings, you'll notice that there's a lot of options you can use to customize your home screen as well. You can change the home screen layout, you can change the grid size. One of my favorite features on both of these phones is this one right over here, and that's swipe down feature. So swipe down feature over here is equivalent to the quick open panel feature here. Basically, you can swipe anywhere on the screen to pull down the notifications panel. That's great, okay? You can pull this down as well. So that's easy for one-handed use as well, as long as all you want to do is check your notifications and move on, okay? So we do have a lot of settings here that you can use to customize your smartphone, and that's awesome. And of course, if you go to the app panels over here, we have the regular Google layout. Over here, we have slightly different Samsung layout, but they're useful all the same, okay? I do like the coloring over here, and that's fine. Now, one thing the OnePlus 7 Pro, again, talking about customization, lacks is an always-on display. So I can go to the settings of my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, I can go to the display, and then I can scroll down over here. Oops, it's not going to be here. We're going to go to the actual lock screen, and then we can actually pick the always-on display. I can turn this on, and then basically I can, when I turn off my device, you're going to see a little always-on display just show up on the screen right over here at all times. I have set it so far that it only shows up when I tap the screen. So when I tap the screen, that's my always-on display, okay? And the thing with the always on display on this phone is it's so customizable, it's nuts. First, you can go to the themes, all right, and you can go to AOD and you can download all kinds of always on display. So let's go to top, let's go to not paid, free, and then you have all these options that you can put on your phone as an always on display that you see when the phone is turned off, okay? Now, let me go back to the settings here. As you can see, I have that to tap to show. I can do show always, so it's going to always show up when I turn off the phone. So let me go back here real quick. Quickly, if I tap on clock style, I can tap on always on display and even modify everything that I have here. So I can pick something like this, okay? And I can change the color if I wanted to. And then I click done. And then when I turn off the screen, now it's just going to be there automatically because I set it so. That's it right there. We don't have that option on the OnePlus 7 Pro at all. And again, it is fully customizable. So even though both phones are fully customizable, the S10 Plus does have more customization options. However, OnePlus 7 also has some things that this one doesn't have. So if you go to the settings, for example, and if I go into the, let's scroll down, buttons and gestures, what you can do is you can access quick gestures, and that's going to allow you at the bottom over here to draw on the lock screen to launch certain apps. So if you draw an O, that will give you the calculator. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me turn off the screen, tap, actually, I'm sorry, just keep it turned off, and I draw a 0, and that is going to launch the calculator once I log in, okay? So you have that kind of options in this one as well. The next thing I want to talk about has to do with the night mode. So if I go over here, if I go to display, we do have a dedicated night mode on the S10 Plus. You tap on it, everything just turns black and white. You go inside, black and white. If you go into Samsung system apps, you'll see that's all going to be black and white as well. Let's go to the calendar, and that's what we have right over here. If you go to the messages, that's going to be all black and white, as you can see, okay? Now the same thing is available on this one as well. So all you do is you go to display, and then you go down over to the customization section, and then from here you pick a theme to be the dark theme, okay? So as you can see, the notifications panel is also dark, so that's great. So now we have the dark theme right over here. Same, we pull this down, that's going to be dark as well. Now if I exit and go into the home screen and launch system apps like the message, again, it's going to be black and white. If I go to the calculator, it is going to be black and white. So we do have a night mode in this phone as well. Let's go to the calendar. That's not going to be black and white because that is in fact the Google Calendar. But any kind of other system apps are going to give you that dark mode, which is great. Now, if you go to Chrome, that is not going to be the dark mode. But with the Samsung, you can either go to Chrome or you can go to the internet browser that comes with the Samsung smartphone, and that is going to be in the dark mode as well. Okay, so that's great. The night mode on this one, or the dark mode, is more comprehensive than the one on the OnePlus 7. For now, in future updates, we might get something better over here. So let's go back to the light modes over here. So display. By the way, with this one, you can turn off the night mode just by tapping the quick toggle on the top. With this one, you would have to actually go to the settings, go into display. And of course, by the way, this night mode is not the night mode you're thinking. This is just for color temperature of the screen. I'll show you what that is in a second. This phone has it as well. But this one here, the theme, we can go to light, and it's going to go back to the white theme. And again, this night mode over here is just going to change the screen's temperature so you can read better at nighttime. And of course, we have the same thing over here known as the blue light filter. So that's the same thing as the blue light filter, just different names. Now, one more thing, if you go to the settings, let's go to the main settings, is we do have things like the digital well-being here. This is an Android Pie feature, but this phone does not have it. Now, this allows you to control how you use your phone by restricting access to apps and putting time limits on applications, and also showing you how you've been using your phone on a daily basis. Now, this one has something similar. It is known as the Zen mode. So if I tap, if I just go to the quick toggles and scroll over, that's the Zen mode. If I press and hold, it will take me into the settings of the app, but you can actually toggle it from here. So Zen mode also allows you to put your phone down and actually enjoy life and put a curb to your addiction to your phone. So you can tap on it says take a 20-minute break from your phone. It's a little bit different. This one is much more detailed and gives you much more control. But this one, if you tap on Let's Go, it says Zen mode cannot be canceled once you start it, okay? And then all these restrictions apply as well. And then you start. We're not going to do that right now, okay? Let's go back out. The next thing I'm going to talk about has to do with hiding your applications. So with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, you have an amazing feature known as a secure folder. So if I go over here and go to secret files, I can just tap secret. I renamed it, by the way. So these are my secret files. I can tap on it. It's going to ask me to log in. So I do have a password for it. Right now it's just 0000. You go inside, or is it 111? One of them. I haven't used it for a while. So this one is right over here. So as you can see, I have gallery, calendar, contacts, email, camera. All of these are unofficial, hidden versions of the actual applications. So if I want to hide pictures, files, notes, or contacts, I can do it here. It is fully encrypted. I can always tap this and add a file to it. I can add images, videos, audio, documents, my files, or I can add an application which creates a copy of that application and puts it into the secret folder. So whatever I do on the secret copy of that application remains a secret, okay? So that's the secure folder option. Now this one is something similar but not as advanced, okay? So you can go to the settings and you can go into utilities right over here, and then we have an app locker. You tap on it, and from here you have to put your password in. And then with that, one thing with this password is it's the same password that you use to unlock your phone. With the secret folder, you actually end up using a different password other than what you use to unlock your smartphone, or you can use your fingerprint as well, okay? There we go. And then I can tap over here and I can actually customize a lot of things with the secure folder. With this one over here, all you can do is hide notification contents for the apps that you pick. So I can pick just an example here. Let's just say Duo. So that's now a locked application. I can also hide notifications from it, but that's all you can do. You cannot go into your gallery. Now with this one over here, I can go to the gallery. I can tap a photo right over here, this one. I can tap this button and I can actually move it to the secret files. So I put in my fingerprint and then it moves that file to the secret folder and it disappears from here, and I can only access it via the secret folder. So this does have some better software features, no question about that. One more thing I want to talk about is both of these phones have curved screens, but the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus does have the edge panels that you can customize as you please. So you have access to all these panels on the side screen. Now, putting all these extra features puts some kind of load on the system here. That's why with the OnePlus 7, by not having so many features, it is a little bit faster than the One UI. So that's something to keep in mind. Yes, this is much more software rich with deeper features, but this one is more lightweight, but still gives you some decent customization options. But the end result is it is lightweight and it just runs smoother, and it is a more simple interface. One more thing I want to talk about has to do with software updates, a very important topic. So when you when you buy a OnePlus, you're basically guaranteed fast and quick software updates, at least faster than the Samsung Galaxy S10 or any other Samsung smartphone. So with this guy over here, it could take 6 months to a year to get the latest Android on it. With this one over here, it's going to take much faster than that. It will take maybe 1 to 3 months and you'll have the latest Android right on top. That doesn't mean the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus does not get updates. It does get updates, but it gets updates to the existing Android system, just like security patches and other enhancements, but it doesn't always get the latest Android version. Now this one always gets the latest Android version as quickly as possible, and the updates are uniformly distributed across the globe, so every OnePlus device gets it simultaneously. With the Samsung devices, unfortunately, because there are so many carriers, so many countries, so many variations of the models, you do end up, some countries end up getting the software updates quicker and other countries get them later, which does cause some frustration. Now, one thing I like about this one also is I'm going to show you something very simple, but I just happen to like it. If you go to About Phone, I just like the way they have this breakdown here. They give you a quick spec sheet right under the About phone. With this one, you get other kinds of information. But if I do go to the software over here, download, install, system, where is that? Update, system update. Both of them are up to date, as you can see. This one had a March 1 update and this one had an April 1 update. All right, and that's only because this is new right now. When it comes to overall smoothness of operation, the points go to OnePlus 7, and of course with 90 Hertz refresh rate, everything feels nice and smooth across the board. Okay, as I go into the menus, as I launch applications, it's just a smoother transition. With this one, you have 60 Hertz, so it's just like any other phone, but that does not mean it's slow or laggy. It's just as snappy, but now it's not as smooth. Scrolling is not as smooth. But then with this one, you just have so many more software features built into it, all right? If you want that deep and rich software experience, all right? So if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. And of course, for now, guys, have a fantastic day. And of course, do let me know which one you prefer. Do you prefer the Oxygen OS or do you prefer the software interface of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus? Drop those comments down below. Alright, so if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH by clicking that button, and also click that bell icon on the side to make sure you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can follow me at SAKITECH Online to get the latest updates as well. Alright, have a fantastic day.